Texas A&M about to put it away to start this game. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll haul down the returner to start us on the next drive. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. He'll keep it himself. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5.
I'll tell you, this is a hard defense to run against if you're going to go sideline to sideline because of that guy's speed at linebacker. He can get all the way to the perimeter, chase the quarterback down on the option, and make the tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Impressive.
Finds his tight end. On the move at the 30. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. On second down, he'll let it fly. Getting some heat. It's caught downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
That's a really nice job plucking that pass. I don't know if another school has done as good a job as Alabama in recent years as bringing in top-level talent at the wide receiver position. When you think of guys like Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Jerry Jeudy, Devontae Smith, this guy, he looks like he could be on the field with all those guys, too. He's got speed. He's got the ability to pluck the football out of the air. What a big-time weapon. How nice is it to play quarterback with this guy in the offense?
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. The give to the back. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. A cornerstone of the Alabama program really throughout history has been be physical, establish a running game.
Yeah, great running backs. I mean, not only are you recruiting great players in the offensive line and skill and all over the place, but so many great backs that you can name off the top of your head that played at Alabama, that ran it with an edge, that ran it physical, that always represented that style. And you can see Alabama, they're always going to do this. They're going to establish the run.
He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
This defense is going to have to do a better job slowing down the run. We've seen twice now in this opening drive this guy break one. And so this defense has to do a better job at the point of attack, and their D coordinator probably is already thinking to himself,
and the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Once that ball was... didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Looking for a productive play on first down. Power football with the run. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4. SEC versus the Big Ten. They compete at everything. They try to outspend each other, and they certainly want to beat each other on the field.
So many national championships, so many Heisman Trophy winners shared between these two conferences, David. Everybody gets excited when the Big Ten takes on the SEC.
And these games matter so much. The fans get so amped up, so juiced up, to the point where we hear in the stands what? SEC, SEC. They wouldn't say that if conference pride wasn't a real thing.
All right, well, the offense here, they're trying to get this run game established. They obviously don't break off a long run there, but they're just trying to find their footing at this point.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's 3rd and short. defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. They were all over him, nowhere to go as that third down play turned into a disaster.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball off.
Quarterback checking the play. On fourth down, going to the air. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
Man, what a great break on the football. Nice job seeing it, squeezing. A lot of those defensive guys, man, they don't have great hands all the time, but you always remember your first interception. He'll always remember this moment.
He wants to start this drive with a pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Steps away to find some room. Got him, and nobody's close. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Really good patience and recognition. And how about the tight end just finding a hole and settling and waiting until the quarterback saw it?
And the play completely changes. Once my QB gets outside the pocket, I got to see it, and I got to start working towards him, or if I'm near him, working away. Nice job being on the same page, getting the first down.
And he'll go down after a huge gain and picking up the first down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
Here comes the option. And he just flat missed him. Sometimes you see a guy, he's open, and you try to baby it too much, and it was a bad throw. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to barge in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bama!
Yeah, this offense, man, they look good. They looked great last week, obviously putting up huge numbers. Again this week, coming out the gates in the first quarter with the scoring drive. This offense is putting the college football world on notice.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw it this drive.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. They'll keep it on the ground. Defense not budging. He's still able to get 2 to the 29.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Fires left. Got his man. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
They'll try the run. Discards a man.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
They think they can create space here with a run to the squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Might be decision time if the defense can get a stop on 3rd down from the 45. Quick touch pass to the receiver. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They'll try it on the ground, running the counter. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Red pass, it's complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
That's the end of the 1st quarter. With the score, Alabama 7, Texas A&M 0.
Now facing a 3rd down as they come back to the line after the break. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
And guys, they've come through on the first 2 3rd down tries. This one might be a little tougher. Running back goes in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop.
At the 33. Offense facing 4th down.
The offense failed to convert on 4th down earlier, but that didn't change their thinking here. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Finds him out of the backfield. Well, they just drained all the suspense out of the 4th down conversion, moving the chains easily. Really good job there. Don't force anything. Take your time, and he finds his man for the 1st down.
Yeah, and I think really good job by seeing the defense. Understand that they're dropping back. They're taking away most things. All right, get the ball to my running back. He can make plays after he catches it. Nice job by the quarterback seeing the situation and where to go with the football.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Not many hiccups on this drive, but it's 2nd and 13 now. He'll try the left side. Pulled down after a pickup of 3. Ball's at the 13.
Gain of 3. Third down coming up.
Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal.
Easy.
Wide out in motion.
Dino.
Handoff from the gun. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here.
Coming up. 4th down.
Now on 4th down, here comes the field goal team.
Field goal.
From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. He'll boot it from the left side, and from this distance, that angle ought to be fairly easy. It is true as he puts 3 on the board. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Two very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today.
And the coverage team able to wrestle him down.
And the Alabama offense will take over. 1st and 10.
Here comes that Alabama offense. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. They'll run the option. Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch.
When you run an offense, when you're going to pitch the ball and you're going to lateral, there's danger to it, right? There's reading things that have to happen. When you pitch it, don't get hit while you're pitching it so it goes all over the place. Great job by the defense being disciplined, understanding, causing the fumble, recovering the fumble, creating a big turnover for this team.
Check.
He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know, you're in the red zone. You bring out a bunch of tight ends on the field. So the defense, they were expecting run on that one. They were physical, and they were able to force the negative play.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13.
Jackrabbit.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. Several defenders there to get him on the ground.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him short. He does not pick up the 1st down.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
They've already gone for it a couple of times on 4th down, converted once. Looks as if they'll try a 3rd. They'll try it on the ground. Looks as if Texas A&M will have enough for the 1st down.
I love offenses that can just rely on their offensive line to get it done in fourth and short situations like that. Turn around, hand it off, let's stay on the field and keep this thing going.
Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. That linebacker was a heat-seeking missile, and the heat that he sought was the ball carrier.
Yeah, great job, great field. Linebackers are making all the calls in the defense and understanding when I need to come through that gap and come through with bad intentions. Those guys are usually 245 pounds of heat-seeking missile.
He gets rid of it, but I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, here comes the flag. Third and goal, where the fire purifies and separates contenders and pretenders. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Mental errors like that just kill drives. We'll see if they can overcome it. Third and goal for the offense. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Pocket starts to collapse. Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31.
And it's third and goal, and listen, you're throwing for it. I get it, but we got to understand the shortness of the field down here and what I can get off quickly. I can't take sacks. I want to give myself that opportunity on fourth down to have a really manageable situation if I want to go for it.
The defense burns their third and final timeout of the half. And on fourth down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. Well, they've already made one. The holder will put it down at the 38 for a 48-yard attempt. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And guys still down by 4, still needing a touchdown to take the lead. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. That last drive and the turnover, not what you're looking for when you have the lead, Jesse.
Yeah, and really I think for them, it's just staying out of their own way.
He's loose. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
That big play flipped the field. Now they go to work from just outside the red zone. Looking to the big tight end. Can't quite make the connection there. Might have led him a little too much.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
Couldn't connect on first down. Now 2nd and 10 from the 24. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. He's looking downfield to throw. Fires toward the end zone. And good coverage there to knock it away and deny the score.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback. Now forcing the incompletion, setting up for it.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He ought to be able to use this first punt to pin him deep. And the offense has a long field in front of them as the ball is marked down at the 10.
And the punter pulling out his pitching wedge on that. Look at the spin on this ball. It just died as soon as it hit the ground. Beautiful job.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
The run game just has not been working for this offense all game long. You saw it on that last play as well. Just not getting enough push up front on the offensive line. They haven't been physical enough.
Looking to pass on second down. Moves around to clear up the vision. On the run, fires downfield. Just masterful working that sideline and getting the toe down for the catch.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. On second down, he's looking downfield. Caught in the backfield. It's John. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up second and 5, third and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. These DBs going to give a little cushion. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. Lets it fly deep downfield. It's incomplete, and they tried to finish this quarter with a bang and couldn't quite connect. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Fair catch called for and made. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. If they're going to get on top in this game, they're going to have to find a way to get the running game going in the second half.
Agree, so it can create some more balance, some more unpredictability. I feel like this defense has got a good beat on what they're doing, especially if they don't mix it up a little bit. So I do look for a little second half running the football Palmer out of this group.
And I think the thing, Dave, is they just got to be more physical. I don't think this is a scheme question about trying different run plays. I think it's up to the big fellas up front. They've just got to make the decision that they're going to be tougher here in the second half so that they can win this game.
Going to try to get it himself. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
On third down, he drops to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. Texas A&M will have to boot it away. Second time today they've been forced to punt. They make the stop on the return, but there is laundry on the field. Let's get the call. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going to open this drive with a pass. Throws toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Man, you want these guys that can take the top off the defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Tennessee endured a hostile crowd and the challenge that always comes with playing away from Rocky Top. And the Vols came away with a win. It wasn't a blowout, but it is a W. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Dances away from the heat. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. He wants to pass it on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Forced out of the pocket. He turns it loose to the left. And he dropped it. Incomplete pass, and what would have... Huge gain, no defender anywhere around, and he just flat dropped it. The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. He'll try to really get into this one. Running it back, it's Griffin. He'll get it up to about the 44-yard line before they slam the brakes on it. Here comes that Alabama offense. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. That That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls in.
Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quickly to the tight end. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down.
You know, the tight end's going to have to do a better job of separating and giving his quarterback a place to go with the football. That time just couldn't create it, and as a result, as soon as he made the catch, he was brought to the ground, setting up fourth down.
Alabama will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had a little trickeration looking to throw. They've got him, and he never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Man, the fake punt. The idea of the fake punt is so great. I'm going to catch you off guard, get a free first down. When it goes south, everybody's ticked off. Why did you do it? What a stupid play call. So if you just called it, sorry, but that's what I have to say about it.
He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Just inside the 40-yard line. It's 1st and 10 from the 39. Motion from the offense. Going up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. This ball is picked off in the end zone, but no, he's out of bounds. The quarterback very fortunate to get away with that throw.
Nice job by the defense there, taking all throws away from the quarterback. He had nowhere to put that football in the field to play, so that ball obviously had to go out of bounds.
And here comes the offense on second down. Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Looking to throw on second down. Got his man out of the backfield. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
On third down, going up top. It's complete to the left. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
Right, nice job by the QB. It's third down. It's money down. Looking to throw the ball down the field. What's open? My running back. Find him, hit him, let him do the rest. Good job.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Texas A&M going quickly.
Man, it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32. When you play at a place like Alabama, you have to live up to the legacy of the Jonathan Allens, the Deron Paynes, the Marcel Dariuses when you play on that defensive front.
And the funny thing is, Reese, I can keep going. Quentin Williams, Will Anderson, like the list goes on and on and on. Just elite level recruiting on the defensive line, on the edge.
He'll take a shot. And he's got it! Touchdown, Aggie! Great example of how a second half can really change everything for a team.
No doubt. First half looked bad. It looked like it was bleak. It looked like it was ugly. But now you're starting to get it turned around. More drives like this is what's needed.
They're going to go ahead and go for two here and try to make it a field goal game. Fast motion from the offense. Trying to run it in. And he'll be brought down.
Man, they got him on the ground just short at the 1 yard line. The running back, you could tell he wanted to get in there, wanted to use his power and try to fall forward, but a nice job of tackling by the defense. and making that thing fall just short.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He's got great speed. Just a tremendous return. Great run, great speed and vision to really set up this offense. He almost got totally loose on that one. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Handoff to the single back. Stopped at the 47-yard line, a 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers.
This running back loves running into the teeth of the defense. In between the tackles, he keeps a low pad level, and he's got some speed.
Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quarterback run is part of their game plan. And he's able to shed one tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
And that quarterback can go just another guy in another system all across college football. All quarterbacks nowadays, they got so much speed, it's ridiculous.
Man, I'm telling you, that has to be exhausting for the defensive lineman trying to chase down guys like that.
It's silly because even when it's a design play and it's a design run like here, fine. But then it's scramble plays and then it's passing plays. He's always a runner, just exhausting.
On 4th down, they'll run it, looking for the first. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
And how about the defense coming up big on 4th and short? You know they're going to run the football. Great job stacking the box, getting the big stop.
Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance on that last one, Dave. Let's see what they can do here in this next drive.
Yeah, and I don't expect anything different. When you put together a drive like that, I would do more of the same. Keep the pace, keep it going.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. He's looking to throw. Unloads it left. He's got an open man. And that stiff arm is a weapon for this runner. He uses it and picks up a first down.
Yeah, and these big fellas, man, they can run so well at their size. A lot of times you see these tight ends, they don't necessarily run around you, but so physical to be able to break tackles and then make those extra yards after the catch.
Looking to go up top on 1st down. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Here's the handoff. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physical. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
Changed ends of the field, now facing 3rd down as they go back to work. Whoops, someone moved a little bit early. Offense going to pick up a 5-yard penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty.
Okay, ready?
Offense breaks the huddle. It's 3rd down.
Last song. Let's Yankee Blue. Yankee Blue. Freedom.
Now the quarterback changing the original play call. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Got him downfield. The 10. Touchdown, Aggies. They move on top here in the 4th.
Man, how about this quarterback right away seeing, I got to get rid of the football. There's a lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. He spits it out, and I let my receiver do the rest. Let my playmaker make me look really good. Really nice pitch and catch. And guess what? You got the lead now in the 4th quarter.
Up by 1, they'll try to get the deuce and make it a field goal edge.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Trying to surge it in. Into the end zone, the 2-point conversion is good, and now they're up by a field goal. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finish with a big play, a touchdown strike from the 46. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. And they'll bring him down to get the offense started on the next drive.
Alabama offense will take over 1st and 10.
Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Goes to the option. Finds just enough daylight to work his way up to the 19-yard line.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, it starts to limit your coverages. It starts to limit what I can do. It makes me play the quarterback every single play. Just makes your job as a defensive coordinator extremely hard.
They'll power it inside with the fullback. Looks like Alabama will pick up the 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the option. He'll do it himself. The pitch. Fights off a defender. Solid run. Picks up 6 and gets it to the 28.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on 1st down, make that 2nd down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Now the pitch. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Alabama pushing the tempo. The snap sets up to throw. Dances away to buy time. Got out of trouble and throws. He's got the back in the middle. And they wrap him up, but not before he gets enough on the catch for the 1st down.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
He'll come out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And imagine the defense in this scenario, right? You're up by 1 possession. You need to get to the quarterback. You've got to affect him. You're going to blitz or you're going to try to win one-on-one up front. They did it that time, hit him, and forced the incompletion.
Got enough for the 1st. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw on that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about the speed by the QB on that play?
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Makes a connection. Oh, what a big play for this offense as they get it to the 33-yard line.
Well, you're seeing the balance this offense has and how they can create explosive plays in a variety of ways. We just saw one come in the run game, and now you see one coming in the passing game. I'll tell you, they've got this defense on their heels.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Running to the left. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8, leaves it with the running back. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Sticks it in his belly. Alabama will get the first down.
Well, how about that play call? 3rd down, turn it around, hand it to the big fella, your fullback, and he does the work to get the first.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. The give to the back. And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
He's brought down, but he's got him inside the 10. 1st and goal from the 8.
Well, I know this is an offensive line that has a ton of pride, and they want to come out each and every game and really impose their will on the D-line. They got just enough push there on that run play to pick up the first.
He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. 2nd and goal coming up. He'll run it to the right here and try to get it into the end zone. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose that.
Touchdown, Alabama! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Offense slips the running back out of the backfield. Nobody decides to cover him. My man makes the play. Shows off the hands first. Got to make the catch first. Does the rest. Walks in the end zone for the touchdown.
And they add the extra point to finish the drive. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll call for the fair catch here. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put it on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Brought down to the ground, but he has enough for the first down. The upset's been bubbling all day. Now at a full-fledged boil, guys. See if they can finish it off.
Can the underdog hold on? That's the big question right now. They've done so many positive things in this game, David, to put themselves in position to win, but this is the critical moment where your execution has got to be at its best.
And sometimes you start thinking now, and you start letting that clock tick, and you stop kind of...
All kinds of running room. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
How many ways can I get it to my guys who can fly, who are playmakers, and let them make big plays? This is another one you've seen. Catch the football, flip it ahead really quickly, get it to a burner, go in full speed across the formation. He gets the edge, makes the big play.
And the Aggies come to the line with a new set of downs. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He's going to pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
And that clock is ticking. Shot clock is ticking big time. I want to take shots down the field. I want to save my timeouts, and I want to try to get out of bounds here with the clock ticking down and us trailing by a score.
Line getting set on second down. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock. They've got a first down. They're in plus territory, and they've got a chance to win the game.
I love that play call, and I love the timing with the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
They'll give it to the back. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Texas A&M. And they've moved out front here in the fourth.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments right before the half, in the fourth quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to give me a stop.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. UNLV looks like the best show on the Vegas Strip right now. What a dazzling offensive showcase. They're up by 32 over the Royals. We've got our eye on this one and everything else going on throughout the day, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes that Alabama offense. How about that blocking up front and that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up.
He'll fire back across his body, and it's intercepted. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
When you're down late in the game, you got to make plays. It's really tough not to force the football. You could tell quarterback forces the football. Defense comes up with a huge interception.
You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock and it will be your friend. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They keep pushing forward, now back to work on second and goal from the 6. He'll run it to the right, looking for the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggie.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
And the kick is good, but there is a penalty flag because he paid for making that kick. I think they're going to get him for roughing the kicker. The kickoff team out there to boot it away and 15 yards farther up the field after the roughing the kicker penalty. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. The DBs will back off a bit. On second down, just keeps firing. And as he throws, nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. A strike downfield. So important to convert these 3rd downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42. Wants to throw on 1st down. They're trying to get to it. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31. Texas A&M has it back in the offense, ready to go to work. And now when you have a solid lead like this, Jesse, you find out, can you deliver the knockout punch?
And we're expecting them to come out here and just run the football, bleed the clock, let the big uglies up front get some push and ball security, David. That's premium.
Yes, take care of the football. Don't make any dumb mistakes. Be physical. And listen, if they want to load the box, don't be afraid to take a shot.
29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
A strong, methodical, workmanlike effort.